This life is so... It's not these words that are coming out of my mouth suddenly. This life is so loving and so beautiful and so rich and deep and mysterious and intense and confusing. And the role that we play of being poor me, little me, righteous me, angry me, this little character, it may not seem so, but it's so fragile. Not in the sense of it's easily upset, maybe in that sense as well, but more so in the sense that we're teetering on the edge of the spirit. At least I am. But I feel we all share this in common. We are spirit. And our minds are so constricting and so narrative-based. Dialogue, conceptual stories. And we lock ourselves into these roles and these routines and habits. And the thing with the spirit is that little me, that little voice, that little ego that we think we are, can't make it happen, can't make it. I want the spirit, give me the spirit. I want awareness, I want awakening. I want bliss, whatever it is. I want oneness. You can't make, the ego is inside of spirit. The ego doesn't call the shots on awareness of the spirit. Awareness of the spirit comes from behind, just to speak in the confines of language. It comes from outside of the ego. And sometimes it seems like all there is the ego, is the ego's story and dreams and sadness and all of it. And the spirit is who we are. And we're all waking up, we're all on our own path. Divine timing, our own perfect, pristine timing. Nothing is an accident. Nothing is not on purpose. The universe doesn't mess up. The universe doesn't roll dice. It just is what it is, and is going to be what it's going to be. The reason I have this YouTube channel and make these videos is because of spirit, because of tuning into awareness, tuning into love and openness. And I've done that through psychedelics, I've done it through music, I've done it through meditation and studying spiritual teachings and scriptures. The spirit comes in all these ways, all these different ways. Now, I don't mean to sound religious, but life is so alive, so powerful, so vast. It transcends, this thing I'm talking about transcends the life forms that come and go. Not to mention the little narratives inside of the life forms that are coming and going in every day, every moment. sometimes I just get, swept away into, I don't know, spirit, openness, love, existence. And it just steamrolls where I just thought I was and was saying I was, and completely churns the mind to nothing, to just little nothing. It's just I love you guys. I love you guys. I feel that if you're watching my channel at all, you're here on the path with me. You know something's up. You know something's weird. You've experienced things that just don't, they just go beyond the story of what we're taught in mainstream. And to talk further about how the ego can't make itself spiritual. The ego can't force the spirit to come in. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna experience oneness. It's not that. It's that you find yourself sitting, and then you find yourself experiencing the oneness, experiencing the bliss. And very much so in myself, I see myself how I try to grab, or the mind rather, tries to grab that and hold on to that. Say, that's really what I'm after. Don't go anywhere. But then the intensity recedes. The intensity of the wave of whatever it is I'm experiencing recedes, and the mind of stories comes in and grabs hold again. It's incredible. I spend so much time thinking, oh, gotta get spiritual, gotta do the practices, gotta align, gotta be mindful, gotta meditate, gotta get spiritual, gotta rush right along because I think that I'm not progressing or something. And then out of nowhere, I'm literally at work right now, and I just put on this certain video and am just like taken away into just incredible feelings, the same feelings that we're all trying to talk about with psychedelics, that I've spent many hours on this channel trying to articulate of what I've experienced on psychedelics, the spirit. And this is the kind of shit that makes spiritual people seem crazy or insane or mentally ill, like I'm just bipolar, I'm just a manic depressive, all these little labels. It's weird, man. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's the concern with the spirit, with opening our minds through different ways of psychedelics or meditation or chanting, devotion. It takes you out of our little story. I feel like whether we know it or not, what we're all craving and yearning and longing for and looking for is spirit, is depth, oneness, eternity, bliss. But we get confused because just sitting here at work today, I was watching a video that brought about this feeling of why I'm even making this video right now. And it's easy to go, that video just made me feel that. Okay, I'm gonna go and watch that video again to try to get that feeling, but it's not that. It's not like the 3D manifest world is the cause of your inner states, of what you're feeling and perceiving and experiencing. It's more so like you are just on this soul trip, and the 3D world is working around that to make it look like it's from this. But in reality, it's from you, yourself. And the world, the exterior world and everything is an externalization of your spirit, of what you're experiencing. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand. I may seem like I understand or act like I understand, but I don't. I just am experiencing this life. And I know there's a lot of love and a lot of power and a lot of beauty and bliss, and also hard times and intense and heavy emotions, and the things that we can go through karmically in this life, going along the message of how this physical world, and how you meet this person and, oh, they made me feel like that, or this person dies or goes away and, oh no, that I needed that. That's the thing that made me feel that way, because we're confused. This whole thing is Leela, the play of our inner states, of the work we're doing on an inner, deeper level, on a more fundamental level. This is just the playings out of what's really going on behind the scenes in the spirit. Humans are incredible, man. This is what it's like to be a human. As you watch this video, as I sit here at work where I sell weed to people, where I sell weed to other human beings that are using this substance to, get high. That's what I'm saying, man. We just want to get high. We want to be out there. We want to be open and in love. And we're trying so hard to find it. But as I've kept saying, we aren't in control of spirit. We are spirit. And spirit comes through, or opens up, or blossoms. And then closes, and then blossoms, and then closes. Everything is breathing. Feeling the feelings that I'm feeling tonight are reminders to me that I'm not calling the shots. I'm not coordinating and planning out, okay, and then today I'm gonna be real spiritual. It's not that. It's not that head trippy. It's not that simple. It's not that boring. The mind will get boring. The narrative of it doesn't hold up to the power of existence. I keep calling it spirit. What the hell else am I gonna call it, Love, spirit, God, the creator, isness, consciousness, existence, the physical world happening, electricity. It doesn't matter. We're talking about this. we have everything we want, everything we think we need, and everything we really want, what we actually want, is in us. Lying dormant, maybe, if it feels like you don't have it, which is it okay to say kind of seems like the case with a lot of people, is they don't have what they really want. It's dormant. And it's not out here. That's why we're having such trouble. That's why we're having such trouble stabilizing the spirit, stabilizing happiness and peace, is because this thing, we're looking and completely away from it. We're looking at the wake of the ship, you know? Wondering, what's all that about, you know? We're trying to drive looking in the rear view. See how I'm just using these analogies? Man, I don't know. It's all here. It's all here. And it's not like telling you that, I mean, who knows? Maybe you watching this video, you're gonna get the feeling that I watched when I was just watching the video that I was watching that made me make this video, you know? You never know how the spirit's gonna come through, but it will come through when it does, and this manifestation will be the playing out of that, you know? Maybe, you know, I hope you know. Spiritual practice and sadhana, meditation, all these things, ceremonies and rituals and devotion, chanting, learning, studying, all these things are tuning our minds in a way to remember, no further, just to remember who we are, what our potential is, how happy we really are, how okay everything actually is. It's not that spiritual practice does it to you. It's that spiritual practice cleans the mirror of the mind so that what's actually there can shine through undistorted. And life is just so dynamic. Now I have to go because I'm here alone at the dispensary and it's almost closing time, so I have to close down the dispensary. And that's the role I'm in right now. I'm Devon, the bud tender. Gotta close down retail. It's so good. It's so good. To walk around and count money and shit. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I hope you guys like this video. We're all on a journey. Whether you're watching this video or not, you're on your journey. You're doing what you're gonna do, you know. I love you guys, I really do. I appreciate every single one of you that watches these videos, no matter what feeling or perspective you have towards me or the channel or whatever. Thank you for just being, because you're a part of this journey. See you guys. All right, let's go for a ride. You all can come with me. Hold on. Hope you don't mind the darkness. I'm just gonna be talking honestly about what, I don't know. The spirit will take your breath away, man. Whatever the hell I just experienced while I was just doing my job, working at a dispensary, and I just so happened to put on this video, and and to tell you the video it was a documentary about Ram Dass, who is somebody I'm so heartfelt towards and honorific towards, you know. I just love and cherish him so deeply, and I feel like that played a major role in my response to watching this video. But it was a documentary, one I've never seen before, showing footage I've never seen before of, you know, Ram Dass as a little kid, and mainly stuff with him being older and having gone through his stroke and all that. If you don't know Ram Dass, of course you don't know what I'm talking about, but simply put, he's just a very profound figure in my life. And yeah, I was watching this documentary, just sitting at work during a dead moment, you know, and just, I realized at first I was, you know, I can kind of in a way describe it like a trip report, which is so far out, because I was just chilling, you know, just watching a video. I noticed firstly that I was staring deeply into the screen watching the video, you know, and I felt myself an erupting fascination and awe as I'm watching this video. And I'm listening to just different chanting and different people talking about knowing Ram Dass and all this stuff, and I'm just moving deeper and deeper into this feeling or this state of love and beauty and power and mystery and just everything that defines this existence, you know? The backbone of this existence. And it just kind of took me away. I was sitting very still and breathing very, very shallowly, very lightly. I was kind of, you know, losing track of, I'm Devon working as a bud tender. That was kind of dissipating, you know, and I was just going like into rapture, like into bliss, into ecstasy, just watching this video, and I was tearing up, and you know, these giggles would come out from the depths of my stomach. I highly recommend watching this documentary, and like, kind of like I was saying in the first part of this video, of how, of course, I'm gonna go and recommend this video to you and probably watch it back myself some point in the future, because I in a way associate that video with being the vehicle or the catalyst to the state that I was just in, that you all saw in that video, and what prompted me to make that video. But I also know on a deeper level that these waves, this state that I'm describing right now, the reason I'm making this video, the reason I have an entire YouTube channel, is because of these waves of spirit, of realization, of bliss, of just mystery, of beauty, of love. It's incredible, you guys, you know? And it's so incredible and so powerful that it can make you think, or at least wonder to yourself, am I okay? Like, is my mental health all right? You know, what is this? What are these strange feelings and perceptions I'm having? Where one moment I'm just chilling, and the next moment I'm like in bliss, you know, where everything is so vibrant and alive. And, you know, when a customer would come in, I would just be like so intimately involved with talking to them, and like I noticed like my demeanor was different. Like there wasn't a care in the world, you know? It's so far out. And how these episodes, these moments, these waves come and go, and come and go, and not at our bidding, not at the bidding of the mind. They come on their own time and go on their own time. And the mind makes of it and assimilates of it what it will. And like I was describing in the first part, the mind will grab onto that state. Whether you experience this ecstasy through watching a documentary, or taking a psychedelic drug, or getting in an intimate relationship with someone, we get confused and we go, that's that thing in the physical 3D world, that's what made me feel that. But that is a distortion. At least in my opinion, that's not actually what's going on. I think what's actually going on is so much more complicated and in-depth than I could ever describe to you guys, than I could ever articulate to you guys. It's just... it's all-inclusive. But we get confused with forms and separating ourselves from this 3D experience, and looking outside of ourselves and saying, that's what made me feel that rapture, that spirit, that bliss. But have you ever noticed how any time you experience being in love, or being in ecstasis, or being in a trance, or at peace, it's you are at peace. It's not outside of you. You are at peace. You are in love. You are happy. It's telling us in the very event and presence of it itself that you are it. You are that energy. It's right in you. But we give the power, we give the credit to external situations, external events, external circumstances, other people. We give the power and the potential of our ability as a conscious spirit to experience those states. We give that away to these outer circumstances that we are everly chasing after. Can't blame us, you know? It only makes sense. Why wouldn't you think that if someone insults you, they hurt your feelings? It's kind of a roundabout way, or an alternative way of viewing, to see that the reason you got upset at that person was because of your model of how you think people should treat you. Not only that, but your own judgments of people and how they should be on top of that. That's a little bit different, a little deeper, a little more complex to fully flesh out and understand in yourself, that you are not a victim to your circumstances. You are responding to life, to existence. But I feel like there comes a point on the spiritual path, or just the path of life, that we start to realize we're not victims, or even we're not victims of our environment, nor are we saved by our environment. We are our own hero and savior, and we are our own enemy and bully. We vicariously insult ourselves through the apparent insult that the person outside of you made towards you. We are the vessel of all things. We give our power away. And I gotta say it again, you can't blame us. It only makes sense. Kind of. Like I said, there comes a point where it begins to be apparent to you that all these things you long for, and further, all these things you despise, are in you. The spirit has certain qualities to it. Awareness and oneness has certain qualities to it. And equally so, the mind very much so has qualities to it. And you can't give too much shit to the mind, because the mind is what's, operating this vehicle right now, driving this vehicle on the road. The mind is what closed down retail earlier tonight and counted out all the money and sent the messages to the manager and all the stuff and put all the stuff away. The mind was doing that because the mind, that's the role. That's the role. Devon the bud tender. Devon the driver. Devon the car driver. The mind rolls. The roles of the mind. But it's not too cool. It's not too when you become a prison of the roles of your mind, you're gonna have a bad time. Like South Park says, you're gonna have a bad time. And that's only true because we limit ourselves to the role, the exclusive role that we're in at said moment. But man, we are so much more than the mind. We are life itself, existence itself. And if what I'm saying shocks you or frightens you or concerns you, how do you think I feel? I'm just as much a rational human as you are, but this is how, I feel inside. These are the states that suddenly swamp my entire conscious being, It's the same thing with psychedelics, man. It's the same spirit, the one spirit. And I'm just utilizing my mind, saying the things, putting together ideas, imaginations, and perspectives of what it is we're experiencing on an inner level. At least trying to, for myself, It's incredible. like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm just driving on the road. All these cars passing by me. Every single one of them has at least one human in it, hopefully. They're an entire sentient organism, a spirit. Who knows where they're at, what they're doing, where they're going. We never know what's really going on. Share something with you guys while I'm in this open space. I'd love to make videos every single time a beautiful or perplexing thought or vision comes to my mind. But it's almost like I don't choose when I make videos. Because something in me, maybe it's just my own insecurities, but something in me values the quality and the quality of the video, and mostly the space I'm in when I'm sharing, where I'm coming from. I can sit and force myself to talk about shit, but I don't really feel like doing that. I don't feel like sharing that with you guys either. The videos that I make, they come on their own accord. They come on their own time, from and manifesting from seemingly nowhere. So I can't give you a schedule of when I'll make videos and what I'll make videos about, because they come out of emptiness. I don't know how to describe it. They come as they do. And see, like I said, I would make videos because I want to make videos a lot. Every day I feel like I have something that I could talk about, or I'd like to talk about, or express, or share. But I can see that where it's coming from, the vantage point I'm standing in when I'm in those spaces, I can just feel intuitively that it's not the right time. It's not the right moment to make a video. And it will be frustrating sometimes, you know, it'll kind of come off as like stage fright almost. Or like not knowing what to say or how to word what I want to say or how to convey what I'm feeling. And it will be frustrating sometimes, but I just realize and tell myself there's not meant to be a video right now. It's not time to make a video yet. And how I'm beginning to trust when I do know it's time to make a video, it's time to share this, whatever this may be. And I really honor my own channel in that way. That, like, you know, I don't want money. I don't want adoration. I don't want fame. I just want to tell you guys about how fucking crazy it is to be alive. What existence is like for me. How I feel about it. What I'm perceiving. What I'm thinking. It's incredible. So yeah, if you're watching right now, I'm sorry you can't see me. Know that I'm here. And if you're wondering, I'm on my way home from work right now. Like, I could have just sat silently today with what happened and just felt it all within myself and be with it all in myself. But there was a desire, there was a drive to make a video to share with you guys how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling and what I think of all of it, you know? And here we are. The spirit will take your breath away, man. I think I said that earlier. It will take you away to yourself, to love, purity. And it's behind the scenes and subtle until it's not. Then it's intense and in your face. And you say, whoa, slow it down a little bit now. Because we're not used to that vibration, that intensity of vibration, of vibrating at those higher states of consciousness. And it can be frightening. And it comes and goes. It comes and goes. And I'm kind of learning to trust that it comes as it does and it goes as it does. I'm not orchestrating this. The mind, the thing that I commonly associate as who I am in my day-to-day life, which is also the person that suffers and has the super dramatic romantic storyline. I don't call the shots, spirit does. You've enjoyed this ride home with Northwood Shaman. As much as my mind may think differently and constantly seek and grasp for divine energy, I think it comes at just the right pace that it comes at. Maharaji, an Indian saint, Ram Dass's guru, actually, he has a saying, if you saw for even a moment the truth of things, the reality of things, the all-pervasiveness of the perspective, it would utterly shatter your mind. That's what psychedelics can do sometimes. You outdo yourself a little bit. You get a little too comfortable with thinking it's just a drug and you're just a human that's tripping. And even if you're spiritually tuned in, I'm gonna tune into the spirit. But that's super head trippy. You don't realize how head trippy it is until you're tuning into the spirit. and your sense of self is merging with all things, and it starts actually happening, and then you go, holy fuck, it's real. You know, let's chill a little bit. Let's take it back a couple notches. I kind of want to go back to being bored and ordinary and, you know, lustful and judgmental and frustrated and dramatic, because sometimes the brilliant light and intensity of the spirit is it eats you alive. It burns away and eats away at the cloak that we wear, the little garment of separation that we wear. I'm almost home. Excuse me. I was just looking at my time on my dash or whatever, and it's usually an hour ahead, but it's actually the right time. So I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized it's because of daylight savings or whatever, and now it's actually on time. So yeah, I'm really happy to have been able to sort of document and share with you guys this little dance I just went on tonight inside of a little retail store that sells weed. We have made it to my destination, and I'm probably gonna call it. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Life is incredible. See you guys.